Like all Chris Greenhill garage adventures, we're at an auto parts store, broken down, trying to figure out what's wrong with the car. We made it 2.7 miles and need to jump start it twice in that amount of time. So the battery tested dead, so we're gonna swap out the battery and then hope and pray that'll get us home on our new mystery car. Welcome back to Chris Greenhill's Garage. I'm Chris.
And I'm Chris.
And we're both kind of wet right now because we went and picked up a mystery project car, and of course it broke down on us, of course. We are in it right now though. We're driving a new battery. We're back on the highway in stop and go traffic, trying not to stall and get killed. It is not a Fox Body Mustang. We bought a car, it's not a Fox Body Mustang.
Yeah.
Yay! If you can't tell, it is a drop top. This is my first convertible of my life. I've had numerous T-tops and other things. First full rag top of my life. First rag top of his life. So far the rag top is holding up to the rain really, really well. The car is wet inside because we sort of broke down with the top down and the windows open, and then it started raining when the battery was dead. But I mean, we're doing fine. So, probably asking yourself, why did we get another project car? Stupid question. We're men, that's why. But really, the thing is, Chris Jr.'s 82 Mustang GT, as much as I love it, it is it's kind of brutal to drive. It's way too fast, way too loud, no traction control, no anti-lock brakes, no power steering, no airbags, no nothing. This car has all of those things. In fact, we're driving it in heavy rain and heavy traffic, and it's doing great. The anti-lock brakes work, presumably the airbags might work, traction control sort of works for a 30-year-old car. But anyway, so this is Chris's money. Chris is, paying for this. And I told him, if he wants this car, he can get this car, and then, I will help him keep it mechanically sound and keep it on the roadway. And then luxuries are up to him. Like the air conditioner is not working like we were advertised and we were told. The air conditioner doesn't work, but the heater and defrost do. But the air conditioner's on him. The stereo works. Everything else is working just fine. But any creature comforts he wants that are not mechanical are on Chris Jr. here to fix and pay for. But anyway, so as soon as we can get out of this massive traffic, get pulled over, get some gas in this thing, we'll do an outside walk around of this thing and show you what it is. Once again, not a Fox Body Mustang. Unreal. Are you happy with this, buddy? All right. Future Chris here. I forgot to mention earlier that another reason we got this car for Junior is starting here in a couple months, he will be solely responsible for taking his little baby sister to school due to me and my wife's work schedule. So we want a car with a little bit more safety features for a novice driver driving around his little sister. So one reason we got this thing. The cruise control even works. We're at 65 miles per hour. 1750 to 1800 RPMs, chilling on the highway. We're on the highway in the high occupancy vehicle lane. First full throttle pull. Yeah. There's 80, 85, transmission shifting. Nice. So our windshield wipers don't work, and as is typical in Texas, there was no rain in the forecast today, so it is pouring on us, and we cannot drive. We cannot see 10 feet. So we are pulled over with our flashers on, just waiting for this to pass, so we can go get some Rain-X or something. The radar is now saying we're going to be stuck here for 2 hours. See, you can see when we're sitting here, the moment you start moving, all that water starts hitting, and all the spray from the other tires, and you can't see 5 feet. We tried a few minutes ago and we couldn't make it a quarter mile, so I guess we're just gonna sit for a while. We have an ever so slightly choppy idle. I have a theory on that, but I mean, it has been running now. We've been parked here for over half an hour. Wait, the rain's stopping. We got to move. Well, we finally made it to a store to get some Rain-X. Of course, it has quit raining now. Now the car isn't running correctly. It's stalling out. I think it's a fuel issue. There wasn't any fuel in the Schrader valve earlier. But anyway, let's show you what we got. I told you it was not a Fox body Mustang. It is, however, a 1994 SN95 Mustang. And it's got some issues. It's got some things. Right now it's not wanting to run and drive. It did make it like 40 miles. We're almost home. Some body work we got to do. It's got little dings here and there, but the power steering works, the defrost and heater work, the anti-lock brakes work, the transmission works, the engine works. It's just not wanting to get fuel right now. The top works. If the weather would cooperate, quit raining on us, we want to drive home with the top down. It's beautiful right now. It's like 65 degrees. Feels amazing. Anyway, this here soon will be Chris Jr.'s daily driver. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way now. Yes, it is an automatic. It is an AODE. It's a cruiser. It's not meant for performance. So this car is an automatic. I know, I'm ashamed of us too. Let's see if it'll start. Nope. Nope. It took a minute, but it started and it's idling normally now. We need to try to make it about 2 miles out of this construction zone that has no shoulders and nowhere to pull over. If it can last that long, nothing really matters after that. It can break down all it wants after that. Oh, there it goes, trying to stall again. We're going to try to make it home with the top down. If we stall out in traffic and break down, we're going to do it in style.
Oh yeah.
And we are definitely going to break down and stall.
Absolutely.
We are giving up on this today. There's no way to safely get this thing on the road. You give it more than 1% throttle, it stalls out. It's having trouble starting. It feels and sounds like a fuel starvation problem. It's idling just fine right now. You put it in drive, it stalls. You give it gas, it stalls. You do anything, it stalls. Like with every car on earth, it should be carbureted. Yep, it stalled again. I was going to try to give it a little throttle and show you, but it just stalls. Go try to start it, boy. It sounds absolutely horrible out the rear exhaust. I really am thinking the factory 31-year-old catalytic converters are clogged up, and there they are. Factory exhaust system. Probably part of the problem, but not all of it. Give it a little throttle and... Oh, now you make a liar out of me. Now it's taking throttle. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. This car is completely virgin all the way to the catalytic converters, to the factory air cleaner, and the air silencer in the fender. The guy said he just changed out the distributor, which might be part of the problem. I don't know. But that is the only thing aftermarket looking on this thing at all. Top works great. Not much else does. You can really hear it laboring through the exhaust. I really think those cats are all jacked up. Or it could be one of the 500 vacuum hoses and electrical sensors in this thing. Yep, see, the moment you give any throttle input, it just stalls. Pretty sure there should be fuel in the fuel rails when you push the Schrader valve, even when it's not running. Try to crank it up, boy. Let's see if we have fuel pressure. Yep, it's got fuel pressure, so it's something else. Go ahead and try to fire it. We do not have a screwdriver or anything. I'm going to see if this thing will arc to my knife. Go ahead. kind of suspect this coil isn't firing at all anymore, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be one of 1,000 things. I do know that all of this makes me want a carburetor on this car really badly all of a sudden. I just discovered by accident that the distributor is loose. I hear it trying to fire in there when I turn it, but I'm turning it by hand and it is completely hand loose. We don't have a timing gun with us. I have no idea what the timing is. Good times. I'm going to try to turn it both directions to see if it starts any better. Go ahead, buddy. Try it again. Try it again. Try it again. We're getting some spark occasionally because it has fired and then immediately stalls out, but this isn't good. I have no idea where this thing's supposed to be lined up or where it's supposed to be turned or anything else. And if I turn too far one way, it kicks back against the starter. If I turn too far the other way, it just sputters. Tried it in the middle a couple places and hasn't gone all that well. It keeps trying to fire, but God only knows where the timing is since it's just hand loose. Turn it back the other way again, slowly. It's fired a couple of times, then stalls out immediately. We officially gave up on it. We're going home. We have a ride. We'll get this towed in the morning. We're back. It's the next day. We are not going to be able to have this towed today, so we decided to come and mess with it, see if we can figure out why it's not starting, and see if we can diagnose it and get it to run. First thing I'm checking is making sure that the check engine light comes on with the key. That means the ECM should be hooked up, or ECU or whatever. Let's see if it'll start today. Weird. Starting and seems to be running really, really well. No idea what the timing is like. Where the timing's at, we got to try to figure that out while it's still running. And it stalled in like 3 seconds. Did start, then it turned off. We're going to check, make sure the coil is firing full time. Go ahead and try to start it. This tester's trash. It's not doing anything. All right, there it is. Man, this thing is terrible. Found a spot that it seems to like to start and idle. I don't know what the timing is, but I went ahead and locked down the distributor there. Go ahead and try to restart it. Here we go again. We had it running for about 30 seconds. Not enough time to even set the timing. I tried, and now it won't start again. I could have sworn these SN95s had like an idle adjustment screw in here, but it does not. I can't remember how you set the idle on this thing, but I'm going to check all the connections, all the connectors everywhere. I've already discovered this on the fuel line. It's possible that's sucking air, so that's not a good thing. I can hear the fuel pump cycling. Sounds like it's working properly. There's no fuel up here. Cycle the key on and off. Oh, there we go. Huh. All right, so we are definitely getting fuel pressure. All right, so we're checking the coil. We brought a coil with us just in case. Turn the key on. I think that should have been hot full time. Maybe not. That's pretty brittle. That down there is pretty brittle, but the light is on. Turn the key off. Turn the key back on. Try to start it. But we're getting power into the coil. I don't think the coil is firing. Try to start it again. All right, stop. We discovered that our brand new test light is already burned out. cheap junk. I'll return that here in a minute. Put a brand new coil on it. It fired right up. It is idling. Not idling the best, but this is probably the longest it's run since yesterday. Unfortunately, the timing light is working, but we cannot see the timing marks. You can't read them. They're all rusted over, so I can't set the timing. But we're going to see how long this thing will idle and run, see if that new coil makes much difference. Pull the timing module out over here. I can't read the timing marks, but I dialed the timing around until it's idling nice and smooth. It's been idling for several minutes. We're going to give it a little bit more time and test drive it around this big parking lot before we mess with it anymore, try to drive it home. We're going to take a chance and turn it off, mount the new coil, which I forgot to do earlier, and then see if it'll restart. Go ahead and turn it off. See if it'll start again. And it started. Not the healthiest start, but it started. That is mounted. We're going to see if it'll fire up and run. We're going to test drive it around this big parking lot before we try to risk taking it home. Go ahead and start it. Running fairly smooth now. Probably a little low on timing, low on fuel pressure, who knows, but we're going to try to test drive it. It's already idling pretty low and already hesitating a little. We're going to give it quite a bit of time before we try to risk putting it on the highway and getting stuck. Found the idle adjustment screw. It was under a little rubber cap in here. Fortunately, it's an Allen head and we don't have an Allen wrench with us. Won't be adjusting it, but it's still idling very low and running like crap no matter what we do with the timing. I'm not sure what is wrong with this thing under here. It's driving, it's just not driving well. It tries to stall in gear. So the coil has been firing for quite a while. It's stayed running, but man, when it's in gear, it is lurching and trying to stall and trying to pull the car forward. It is running like crap. All right, top down, and we're going to try to get her home. My daughter is following us, and we're going to see if we can make it. We got to make it at least 2 miles out of the construction zone, and then if we break down, it doesn't matter. But if we break down in that, hopefully we die gloriously. We made it 100 yards and already stalled. Good times. We were parked at a red light, an exceptionally long red light for no reason. I'm having to keep it revved up to $2 grand to keep the damn thing idling. This is going to be fun. Well, that was nerve-wracking. We made it out of the construction. We did stall one time at a light. Took about 3 solid minutes to restart the car. Then I've had to keep the throttle floored and feather the brake and the throttle. I got to keep it over 2,000 RPMs to keep it running, but we are now in the open road at least. As long as it stays over 2,500 RPMs, it's running pretty well. Hopefully we can make it home. I think we have 2 more red lights between us and the house. That's it. Ooh, it is missing at all RPMs, but I locked out overdrive and drive. So we got it locked in 3rd gear, about 65 miles per hour, 3,000 RPMs. It is driving, so hopefully we can make it home. It's 1 more intersection to go before we're home. So, well, we're 3 or 4 miles from home. We're pulled off the road. It just started sputtering and missing and hesitating, and we have some rotten egg smell a little. I think the catalytic converters are definitely clogged. And I think once it cools off, it'll start and run again, but I'm not sure if that's going to be today or not. See, it'll idle. As soon as you give it gas, you can hear it. It will not accelerate. Backfiring through the exhaust. The more throttle you give it, the less it runs. Not sure this is going to work. And it will no longer start. I think it's going to have to stay here for a while until we can call towing. So close yet so far. We still have fuel pressure. Not a whole lot else I can check. We still have spark. We still have fuel pressure. The way it sounds, it really sounds like the exhaust is clogged, but we won't know more till we get it home, and it may not even be today. I'm not sure. We are officially abandoning ship. Just gonna head home and wait on a tow truck. Well, she's home. Tow company just arrived. Gonna park it in the driveway for us. I guess I haven't really done a full walk around inspection yet. We've been busy doing other things. Obviously, it has got some paint oxidation issues. It needs some stitching on the back of the roof here. Someone backed into something and crinkled this, but that can be taken out with a hammer and dolly. We're going to do that here soon when we do the body work. Not fond of the rims, but whatever, not a big deal. Got paint fading everywhere, some paint chipping. It looks like it's been sprayed over once. Someone tried to steal it. Those locks are easy to change, no big deal. Looks like someone dropped something here and dinged it. We can pull that out, sand and paint over that. Clearly somebody hit the front end here. This is no big deal. That's just cracked paint. Don't care about the lights. These are those Euro lights. Don't care. This is a little bit of a problem, but it's an all fiberglass hood. We can reglass this and support it and fix it, sand it down, repaint it, and soon we're probably going to put hood pins in it because it doesn't like to latch fully. This is the only truly bad part of the paint. This was so thick and peeling so bad, I actually thought this was like Bondo and fiberglassed over, but it's not. Just something happened to this door and is peeling all this paint up. So that is just paint. It's not Bondo like I initially thought, but we'll have to sand it and paint it. No big deal. We got hail dings and door dings everywhere. We'll pull it all out and straighten it all up. This is the only real problem with the top. We'll stitch that and glue it. The rest of the top's really good. It does not leak. We've already been through a monsoon with it. Whoever on this thing really liked to back into things. There are just dings everywhere. Let's look at the inside. Factory trunk, factory spare tire. Probably the original. Not fond of the rims, but we actually have some 245 45 ZR17 tires on here. Really good tread wear. They're nice and soft, so those are nice, good tires. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get some spacers and space these out because they sit way offset, way inside the fender, and I don't like that. Chris doesn't either, so we're probably going to pull these wheels out a little. Inside's actually really nice, really clean. I mean, 31-year-old leather. The driver's seat has obviously been worn out. We're going to slap some peel and stick tape over this stuff and probably a seat cover and call it good for a while. If Junior wants better seats, he can buy them. We are going to have to mess with this. You can hear it trying to move. Oh, it actually moves up and down, just not forward and back. I guess I'm just too fat and heavy for it to move with me on it. Rest of the interior is really nice. It's just this one seat that's completely jacked up. Just needs some cleaning and we'll be good to go. Well, that's it. That is the end of our adventure. Hey boy, we failed!
Victoriously.
We failed victoriously. That's our new motto. Chris Greenhill's Garage, failing victoriously. Yes. But that's it. That's the end. She is home. We are parked in the driveway. She does not run. That's going to be a next week problem. But anyway, hopefully here soon, this will be Chris Jr.'s new daily driver. And you know what? All it depends on is us knowing what we're doing. We're so screwed, aren't we? Thanks. Say goodbye, the boy.
Bye.